Everybody, welcome. This is Alex with Tech Avenger TV, back again with another video. So today we are going to continue our series on launcher reviews, and we are going to try something new. For people who have an Android phone or might be stuck with an Android phone, but they like the iOS style, we might just have the solution here today. Going to go over here, and it's called the One Launcher. Basically, let's go and look at it in the Play Store. So I just searched up launcher and then scrolled down a little bit, and it was there. It says XOS launcher here. That's kind of weird. And then down here it says One Launcher. So I don't know. I guess you would probably search XOS launcher. But it says simple, beautiful. You can see some of the screenshots here, which basically, looks very iOS-like. So let's dive right into it. Over here, I'm going to turn it on. And there we go. You can see the icons. It basically has an icon pack that looks very iOS-like. Now, I'm going to change the wallpaper. If you just hold your finger on the home screen, the typical way to do it, you'll get the features. You can also swipe your finger from the bottom up, I believe. Maybe not. Okay, I'm wrong there. Corrected. You just hold your finger on the home screen, and then we can go over here to wallpaper. Now here's one that looks very iOS-like. As you can see there, layout is a very simple background, usually something nature or natural. So as you can see, this looks very iOS-like. I was really surprised because a lot of times in the past, in order to do this, you had to download a launcher, an icon pack. You had to set everything up one at a time, and it was sort of a pain in the butt. And even at that, it didn't usually work very well. So in this case, it's literally, it has the icon pack, everything in it, and you get pretty much a full setup here. Now, you're probably wondering, how do I get to the app drawer? Or is there even an app drawer on this? Because iOS doesn't have an app drawer. You just line up all your icons on the screens. Well, there is one here. As you can see, all apps. You just click on that, and you have like an app drawer, but it's kind of hidden there, so it's not super obvious. They're trying to make it look iOS-like. So I can appreciate that. It does look very iOS-like. I mean, I am sort of... wait a minute. I'm back into my launcher. Okay, I know what we're going to have to do. We're going to have to go into the settings, which even the settings icon looks like it. Now, when you get into your settings, remember, it is going to be, in my case, TouchWiz. It's going to be your regular launcher settings. So there's nothing you can do about that. There might be a way to actually download something to change that, but I'm not covering that today. So I'm going to go to XOS. That way it won't change me back again. Okay, here we are. So basically, let's see what we got here. So as you can see, the icons and everything are very much like iOS. The settings, everything. Now it has a clean memory button there. It says it's 81%, so I'm assuming that's telling me how much memory it's using. It's 81% full. You can click on that, and it'll end up deleting your RAM or clearing your RAM. On top of that, let's see what's in here. It's got a little folder here with some things. So it has the preferences, so I assume this is probably some sort of settings, that you can end up customizing stuff. Set default launcher, charge locker toggle, let's see, display secondhand, app label shadow. Let's see what that, okay. So Just some interesting stuff. Sixth row, and it takes you back to this when it makes any changes, it looks like. Sixth row of icons, so you can add more icons, effects, icon sizes, I guess. You can, small, big, I'll leave it on normal. App label color, black or white, okay. So yeah, there are some settings here, so just remember that. And also up in the right top corner, there's a little question thing, so you can probably get help, how to do this, how to do that. So if you get stuck, you always have that to help you out. Backup and restore, and then there's obviously uninstall. So let's go back. So then we have a single hand mode, which has entered a single hand mode. Double click the blank or press mouse. Okay, so I'm going to change that back. Yes, okay. I guess it moves all the icons down so that you can easily with one hand get them, but actually would like to put it back. See how we put it back. Give me just a second here. Okay, so it goes back when you click into this folder right here and then back out. It goes back if you don't click single hand mode again. So then there's theme. Let's see what this is. Because let's see, it is iOS theme. Let's see, I guess it's got different colored backgrounds. Maybe icon changes a little bit. There's brilliance, mystic, and shadow. And maybe there's more you can down. Yeah, it looks like there's classic, flat. So it does have even some different iOS-like themes, I guess. Probably sort of like different versions of iOS. Like the one that's on here on the home screen is looks like iOS 9. Maybe you can go to an older one like iOS 6 and make it look more iOS 6. Or, if your preference is just to have it look a little different, obviously you have the option to do that. So let's see, local, that's the one that's on now. These are the ones that they say are hot. Now, there are ads in this, so be, I'm letting you know now, this isn't a paid app. They may have a paid version of this launcher so that you can get rid of the ads, but we're not reviewing that, so we're sticking with the ads, unfortunately. So anyway, Wi-Fi key, let's see what that is. I have no clue what this is. We're finding it out together. App adjust.com. Okay, so it's really doesn't look like it's doing much. Panel. It looks like actually it's got a little download thing, almost like you have to download them. So I guess they're just things that they want you to download, probably made possibly by the same developer that made the launcher. A battery saver, wallpaper. So anyway, that's what's in there. Let's see what's up here. Featured. Okay, so this is just, again, like ads in a sense. They're just trying to push these different apps on you. So we'll go back, and then there's a little search right here. I guess it looks kind of like a chintzy search with an ad. Yeah, I mean, I probably wouldn't use that. I don't expect a lot of you guys would either. Now, if you swipe on the top, you're going to get your normal menu and quick toggles, everything. And that's going to look like your stock, menu, because it doesn't change that. So just so you know, you can still do that. Swiping from the bottom up doesn't do anything. The only other way to get to stuff is to hold this down. So it's got themes, wallpaper, effects, which are interesting. So right now it's on the default. So if I switch screen, as you can see, it's just like iOS. That's pretty much what iOS does. So then you hold it down, go to effects. Let's go to cube. See how that changes? Now as I switch it, it's a cube. And, let's try one more. Windmill. That's interesting. Okay, so as you can see, that's windmill. And then they have just rotate like this. I'm going to leave it on default because for this video I'm just trying to show you guys how to sort of make your Android phone look iOS, more like an iPhone. Some people may ask, why would you want to do that? I mean, if you want an iPhone, get an iPhone. Well, sometimes you get an Android phone and you end up deciding, you know, I really don't like it. I like just the simplicity of iOS. In this case, here you go. You can make it look that way. If you're familiar with that, you've been with that, and that's what you like, here you go. The other thing is some people just like to change things up. I mean, there's been times that I've thought about using launchers just because, let's try something new. And maybe if you're not familiar with iOS, it'd be kind of cool to make it look iOS. Also to kind of trick your friends. You know, hey, I'm running iOS on my Android phone, you know, on my Samsung Galaxy. Stuff like that. You know, sometimes it's just fun to mess around and do stuff. So I urge you guys to try it out. Again, this All Apps is basically your app drawer, and you can move that around wherever you want. It does let you put folders. So, you know, it's very, very cool. When you swipe to the right, it's sort of it says it's loading news, but I haven't been able to get it to actually load anything. Like, it just says load trending news error. So you can turn that off. I believe you can go up to this thing here and trending news toggle off, and cover image. I'll just turn them both off. And as you can see now, it just doesn't let me swipe to the left. But that seems to work a lot better because, yeah, it just has a lot of glitches there on that part. So I would just turn it off unless it works for you. Maybe it's something with my phone. But at any rate, tell me what you guys think. Go down to the comments. Let me know. Will you use this? Will you try it? If you do try it, do you like it? You know, let's get a conversation going. Also, please remember to like and subscribe. We always appreciate that. And again, thank you for joining us. This is Alex with Tech Avenger TV. Alex out.